Hey, what up, guys? Welcome back to another video right here on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about 3 things if you're a buyer you should know in 2025 when buying your first home, second home, or third home. Whatever it may be, these are 3 important things you really need to know. So stay tuned. Sorry, guys, I've not been consistent on my YouTube channel. I know there are people who watch me regularly, and I appreciate it, and I'm working to be more consistent, especially with my property tours. I really love doing those, but it's been really hard. For those of you who do not know, I'm not necessarily full-time doing this in real estate. I also work full-time in the school district, and so right now I've been having to go back to work and do those things, and my wife's been working a lot. We've just been really trying to reach our goals, but I really love doing this and sharing information with you guys. And so here's a video I'm going to put out right now. After this, I'm going to edit it really quick and upload it and let y'all have, something of me. But I really want to share 3 important tips with you buyers if you're thinking about buying a house right now in 2025. So let's get into the video right now. The 3 things I really want you to know, and we'll break it down into each step, but I'm going to share the 3 things up front, tell you what we're going to talk about, and then how that can work for you if you're thinking about buying in 2025. If you are even thinking about it remotely, click on the link in my Instagram bio. I'll link to my Instagram here. There's a link in my bio where you can fill out a form that will say, hey Jaden, I'm interested in buying, selling, or renting right now, and I'd love for you to talk to me about that process. If that resonates with you, I would love to just have that conversation with you, no strings attached. Allow you to have information to better equip you in buying a home, selling your home, or renting a property right now in 2025. All right, here's the 3 things. Enough about that. The 3 things I'm sharing with you today are: know your budget, know what you want to spend on the home in the entire price, knowing that you can negotiate on things. How much money do you need for that? That's a big thing and a big part of that. Number 2 is, once you know the home you want, buying it smartly. Right now, we're in a time to take advantage of the market that we're in, and you must buy smartly so you don't end up in a home you love but way overspend. I have a story I'm going to share with you in this video during that section. And then number 3 is, lastly, making sure the home fits your lifestyle. This is huge because I have talked with clients who want this certain home, but it may not fit their current lifestyle. Or it also may affect how you submit an offer. If you buy a home and your lifestyle says, hey, we're going to sell it in 10 years, you may not want to tie up all your finances in that home. But if you're buying a forever home, chances are tying all your finances into it is not the biggest deal. But really just buying smartly is the biggest thing and the over-encompassing theme of this video. All right, so let's get into point number 1, which is knowing your budget and how much you can afford. Sorry, I had to remember what we were talking about. And that is huge. So let's take, for example, you find a home you really love. It's $400,000. You think you can do it, but you haven't got pre-approved to say, yes, you're probably going to be able to get approved for a loan, or no, you're not going to get approved for the loan. And this is huge to understand and know. I would hate, if I was working with you, to find a home you love, not be pre-approved, and then lose the home of your dreams. And that would be the last thing I want for you. So it's really important that you understand what you're in the market for. And so that's the first step of the buying process, is getting pre-approved, sitting down with the lender, going through your financial outlook and saying, hey, I have this stuff in my bank account for a down payment, closing costs, yada, 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 sitting with that lender and saying, this is where I want my payment to be. What can I afford to make this happen? They're going to tell you. And then when you have that clear direction, now you know what to look for when you're buying your home, which saves you time in the long run, but may take more time up front because you have to sit down and go through all these scenarios. All right, so that's really the biggest thing. And all right, number 2, which is really what I want to harp on. This is my most important point for this video. If you take anything from it, you should take this right now. And that is not overbuying on a home you really love. So Jaden, what do you mean by that? Well, if your real estate agent's telling you, hey, this home is overpriced, I know you love it, we shouldn't submit an offer this high, we should probably wait because the chances are this home will still be sitting on the market come a month to 2, but you really want to love it, you really love it, and you really want it, well, you instruct me, if I'm your agent, to submit this offer. Well, I had a client do that to me, right? I try to negotiate up front with them. Hey, we're going to run into some appraisal problems. This is going to cause a lot of stress, yada, yada, yada for you down the road. Well, what did you know? Home appraised for $55,000 less than contract price. Now, you may be like, well, you didn't do your job. Well, my job is to help owners, buyers, get what they love while guiding them. At the end of the day, it's their choice. They can choose to buy $100,000 over market value for a home if they really want to. I have no say in that, but what I do as a professional is guide them and instruct them, hey, this may not be the best thing for you. Whether they choose to do that or not is not my choice. And so I shared this with my buyers. I let them know what was going on ahead of time, and when this came up, they were stressed out. And so I reminded them, hey, here's the conversation we had. Y'all really love the home. You know, this is where we're going to be. And I warned y'all these things may come up. And now I did this in a way that wasn't alienating them in their choice, because I wanted them to know I still supported them and we were still going to make this happen if it was meant to be. We rely on faith, and if it's in God's will, it happens, all right? So I warned them again. I reminded them of these warnings. We had a conversation, and here's the thing. We got the sellers to come off their price and meet us more than halfway between the difference of what our contracted price was and what the appraisal price was. And this is huge, because this is where having that real estate agent to negotiate on your behalf is big time and can step in when you do decide, I want this house no matter what. And now, boom, we're closing next week. It's a good day. It's a good time. My buyers are happy. They were able to make it happen, and we're going to move on from this. We continue to keep this deal under wraps. We get it done, and that's just what we do here. And so if you want something like that, I would love to share with you how I also got another client an extra amount of money for credits when they told me up front, hey, if you're asking for this now, don't ask this again for anything else. It may not happen. What do? We asked. What do? We get it. So if you want some of this, let me know. I would love to help you buy your next home. And if you're selling, I'm going to negotiate on that same thing for you and make the best deal happen for you when you're selling your home. Anyways, number 3, last and final point that's not really important. It is, but it's not. And that is, I forgot what I told y'all. Sorry, guys. I had it planned. I don't know where I did my notes. I had it in my mind. Told y'all what I was going to talk about. So number 3, we're just going to improvise. Disregard the very beginning, because this is very important. And I want to share this with you. And that is buying. Oh, I know what it was. Hey, guys. Sorry. Here we go. It is buying a home that fits your lifestyle. If you are planning to buy a home, let's say right now, for $300,000, and you have $60,000 to put down. Well, if you plan on being in the home for 30 years, it may be okay to wrap that $60,000 up into your home, because you're going to save a lot of money on the back end and your interest. But if your goal is to be in the home for 10 years, cash out, refinance it, and continue to own it if you want to, or sell it and take the equity out and go buy your dream home, wrapping up $60,000 into that home just to lower your initial payment right now and save on PMI may not be your best bet, because you can do a lot more with that money that you were going to put into your house in a stock market exchange, in cryptocurrency, in other investment opportunities, or invest back in the home and do the upgrades that you want if you bought a house that wasn't fully upgraded. There are so many things to do with those funds that it may be better for you to do that than to wrap it all up in the house just to avoid PMI. So if you want to know more about this right now in 2025, like I said, click on the link in my bio on my Instagram page. Reach out to me, call me, or text me. I would love to set up a conversation with you if you want to know more information. And as always, if you can leave a comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me grow, really helps me get out there and continue to make buyers happen, making their dreams happen, and continue to help sellers sell their home in a market where homes may not be selling as fast as they were 2-3 years ago. So as always, take care. Peace out. Thank y'all for listening. Have a great day.